Hey guys, I'm Stacey and welcome to today's video. It is a Sonlight day in the life. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. I'm Stacey. I'm a homeschool mom. I have 4 young boys. We live overseas, and my channel here is all about travel and homeschool and being a mom and trying to help encourage you guys. So today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys what a day in the life is like using Sonlight, doing it with my preschoolers. So I have 2 children I'm using it with 1 core for the preschool. So my children are currently ages 3 and 5, and they're both going to be having birthdays soon. So I'm using this core with them because I have it geared a little bit more towards my younger child, but my 5-year-old also really enjoys the stories and doing it with him. So as you'll see in the clips in this video, I have older children who also enjoy the stories, and they often will come and end up listening to the stories as I'm reading them. The stories are really interesting, and even children of a broader age span can really enjoy these stories. So we are at the beginning of our school year, and today I will be just following this list and working down through here. And these are the books I'm going to be reading today. So the first one is this Family Time Bible, and today we actually are scheduled to read 2 stories, but I just read 1 because the other one, we often end up reading this at bedtime as a family for family devotions. The short stories in here are short and sweet, and then it also is great for bedtime when you're really tired and just trying to get your children to bed, and it doesn't take forever to read the story. It also is something that all my children can easily understand, and so that is really great. Even little ones can understand it. So I really like this one. And then in the guide back here, it has questions that you're supposed to ask your children. It also has questions that you're supposed to ask your children. And then it also has a prayer, and you don't have to follow this prayer exactly, but I do like the idea and emphasis of giving your children an example and teaching them how to pray. And yeah, I think that's really wise. All right, Creed, what are you doing here?
Copying this gun.
Ah, he's playing with plus, and he's copying a gun there, making a second gun.
Look at all this yellow I did right there.
You did all that?
Yeah.
Good job.
I didn't even notice.
All right, you ready to do your preschool?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Kaden, what are you playing with?
What's this?
You're playing with these little, kind of like perler beads, where you iron them then to make them hard. All right, you ready to do your preschool?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, let's go. God's friend Abraham. Far away in a land called Ur, we call it Iraq today, there lived a man named Abram. One day God told Abram to move to another country. Abram obeyed God. He took his family and all his sheep and goats and cows and made the long journey to the land that God showed him. This land was called Canaan. Today we call it Abram's journey. So he grew up in Ur, but God wanted him to move to Canaan. Where's Canaan?
Right here. Canaan.
All right, now we have some questions for Creed and Kaden. What was Abraham's name before God changed it to Abraham?
Abram.
Yeah, Abram. All right, next question. What does Abraham mean?
Father of a great grandma.
Nation.
Nation.
Grandma. Abraham obeyed God, and God was his friend. God wants us to trust him and follow him like Abraham did. He wants to be our friend too. Did you know God wants to be your friend? Yeah. All right, now we're going to pray. All right, can you guys pause for just a little bit while I pray? Close your eyes. Dear Lord, help us to know that we can trust you, that you are always working even when we don't see or feel it. Thank you for the example of Abraham and how he believed you even when it was hard to. I thank you that nothing is too hard for you. All right, there's that book. All right, so now we're done with Family Time Bible. Next of all, we read 1 story out of this giant of a book. We really enjoy the stories in here. They are fun, great, classic treasures, and these are becoming fast family favorites. A Baby Sister for Francis, page 1. It was a quiet evening. Father was reading his newspaper. Mother was feeding Gloria. The new baby has some, said Francis, but when she's a big girl like me, she can have chocolate cake too. Oh yes, said Mother. You may be sure that there will always be plenty of chocolate cake around here. Look right here, it says, the end.
The end
of
the line.
No, just the end of this story. Next of all, we read out of Mother Goose, and today we read page 21. This one is black and white, but every other page is in color. So this is like the page before here. This has really neat pictures in it. Pat a cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with a T. Put it in the oven for Tommy and me. Let's do that one with motions. Patty cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it, prick it, mark it with a T, and put it in the oven for Tommy and me.
Put it in the oven for Tommy and put it in the oven for Tommy and me. Put it in the oven for Tommy and me.
Do you guys know what a cherry is? Hey,
Me.
do you guys know what a cherry is?
No?
It's a fruit that's red and it's kind of sweet and kind of sour.
I know that.
Do you like cherries?
No, I never tasted them. No. Yeah, I never tasted them.
Okay, well sometime we'll have to get you guys to taste them. Okay, next of all, we're going to listen to the song Father Abraham. Yeah, it's okay because I sing it so fast. All right, Kaden, we're going to do your stuff over here now. Next of all, we worked at the table and we reviewed letter M. And these are kind of like sandpaper where you can feel, they're sensory letters, you can feel them. So it's kind of a Montessori approach to it. You're supposed to take your fingers and show the child how to go over it while saying the letter sound. So they focus on the letter sound and not the name, which is great. I like doing that way. It's not as overwhelming for a young child, and the sound is what is important to learn. And then we're also doing sensory number 2 this week. And we trace this with our fingers, and then we use sand. We have a sand tray, and then he used 2 fingers in there to try to draw it while saying 2. We did the same thing with the letter M. All right, Kaden, get 2 fingers and trace the M, and then you have to draw it in the sand. Okay, so look like mommy does. First you go straight down, and then you're gonna go around one hump and around the next hump. You do it.
Straight down. Back up.
Good job.
Straight down. Back up.
Yeah, good job. All right, now make the sand really flat.
Okay.
And then you're gonna make an M in there, letter M in there. M like mom.
How? Just squeeze.
Okay, go straight down first. Use 2 fingers. Go straight down and then around and around one more time. Yeah. Now, this week we're learning number 2. Make it all flat again because now we're going to make a number 2. See the arrows? We have to follow the arrow. So this is number 2. Say 2. Wait, trace it here first. Trace it here first. Say 2.
2.
Good job. Now make a 2 in the sand.
2.
Yep. So you start up here, go around and down, and then straight back. Yeah. No, that's a 2. You want to try again? Sonlight also sends these in their preschool box. This is their number card. And this week we're learning number 2. So in the preschool box is this little bag of these little red dots. And then the child slides on how many there is to lay over top of here. So we did that also. And then in today's story, a baby sister for Frances, she collected her coins to be able to see how much money she had. So we practiced counting pennies, and I laid 5 of these on the table, and then he practiced counting them. Next thing we're gonna do is we have these little cards here that Sonlight sends in their preschool box, and we need 2 little dots, and you have to put these dots on here, because 2 means there are 2 things, 2 circles. 1, 2, good job!
This is number 3.
That's letter M. Remember last week we learned number 1?
Yeah,
And
you
you
did.
just had to put 1 dot there. Now this week we're learning number 2. You have to put 2 dots. And now the next thing you need to do, today we learned about the little girl, and she had allowance. She got pennies. So we're going to count some pennies. Can you count these pennies? I want to see. Let's push this over so they can see. So we have some pennies here, and he's going to count them.
2, 3, 4.
Try again. You almost got it. Try one more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yay! You did so good. Good job.
Mess up.
Yep, you can mess it up now. And then this week with Sonlight, we have a shape we're focusing on. This week is a triangle. So we put this on the clipboard. So I'm supposed to trace it around the outside first, saying triangle, triangle, and then he does it. And then we've removed the plastic triangle piece, and he is supposed to use a marker and draw lines across, but he wanted to color it in. So this is what he is working on. He'll probably come back and work on this later today. I'll just leave it laying on my table as I'm doing school with my other boys. We're going to learn this shape. So Sonlight sent along this, and they usually do a smaller clipboard, but we lost our little clipboard, so we'll have to see if we can find it again. But do you know what shape this is?
Triangle.
A triangle. Yeah, good job. So what marker do you want to use? We got him his own pack of markers. Which marker do you want to use to trace the triangle? Which color?
Ding, 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 ding.
Trace the triangle.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, you did a good job tracing it. Kaden, can you say triangle?
Triangle.
Triangle. Yep, you can color it if you want. It actually says what you're supposed to do is take it off, take the pink thing off, and draw lines across inside here to fill it up. Do you want to take this pink thing off? You want to do that?
Yeah.
Now draw a line across inside to fill it up. Okay, do you draw lines across? Stay inside the triangle.
Okay.
Inside the line. Yeah, you're doing a good job.
Sand.
No, the marker. Look at that pencil grip. You're holding the marker really good. Everybody wants to be involved. You're doing a good job, Kaden.
Where did the sand go?
As you can see here, when I'm doing school with one child, my other children find other various activities to do that are supposed to be kind of quiet. So Zeke is working with these little perler beads to build. Are you going to do a butterfly? All right. And Creed was playing with plus plus, but now he came over here to look at this. So what I'll do now is I'll let Kaden keep playing with this while I move on and do school with the next child. And then as we go about our day, I try to point out to him different triangle shapes around the house. We also will review letter M, like mom, and different things you see around the house, review it, and same with number 2. We'll keep noticing the number 2, like if we're walking out in the road, what number is that? Oh, it's number 2. So I think it's really neat the way Sonlight suggests to incorporate that into not just your school time, but into real life and pointing that out and noticing it with your child. So yeah, that was our day using Sonlight Preschool, one core of 2 children. And I do the read alouds and the story with both my younger 2 boys, and sometimes my older boys listen. And then like the numbers and letters and shapes, I more focus on my younger son, my current 3-year-old, and do it with him. My 5-year-old already knows most of that stuff, so I do something else with him later on in our homeschool day. One thing I wanted to mention yet is I have a working binder, so I take 2 or 3 weeks worth of curriculum schedule out of here and put it in here behind these little tabs. That way I don't have to carry around the big blue binder, and then I can keep that one out of the way, and then once a month or so I'll swap them out, take out the old ones and put in the new ones. So that is how I do that with my working binder. I hope it was fun for you guys to see how sweet the preschool is with Sonlight. We love the story time and the read alouds. My boys really enjoy them. The preschool is only 3 days a week, so sometimes on the other days my boys will ask for the stories to be reread, and we will often do that. Or sometimes an older brother will read it to a younger brother, which is great practice for them as well. So I hope this video was encouraging and you could see what it's like to use the Sonlight Preschool. Thank you guys for watching. Give a thumbs up, comment down below, and we'll see you guys again soon. Bye!